श्रेष्ठं मनुमपि सचिपुत्रमत्र स्वरूपं रूपं तस्याग्रजमुरुपुरी माथुरीं गोष्ठवाटीं राधाकुण्डं गिरिवरमहो राधिका माधवासां प्राप्तो यस्य प्रथितकृपया श्रीगुरुं तं नतोऽस्मि। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवैभव पुरी गोस्वामी नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती नामिने। अजानुलंबित भुजौ कनकावदातौ संकीर्तनैकपितरौ कमलायताख्यौ विश्वम्भरौ द्विजवरौ जुगधर्मपालौ वन्दे जगत्प्रियकरौ करुणावतारौ। हेलोधुलितखेदया विशदया प्रोन्मीलदामोदया सम्यशास्त्रविवादया रसदया चित्तार्पितोन्मादया शाश्वतभक्तिविनोदया समदया माधुर्यमर्यादया श्रीचैतन्यदया निधे तव दया भूयादमन्दोदया। तस्या अपार रससार विलासमूर्ते रानंद कंद परमाद्भुत सौख्य लक्ष्म्या ब्रह्मादि दुर्गम गति वृषभानुजाया कैंकर्यमेव मम जन्मनि जन्मनि स्यात्। हा देवी काकुभरगद्गदयाद्यवाचा जाचे निपत्य भुवि दण्डवतोद्भटाति अस्य प्रसादमबुधस्य जनस्य कृत्वा गन्धर्विके निजगणे गणनां विधेहि। तवैवास्मि तवैवास्मि न जीवामि त्वया विना इति विज्ञाय राधे त्वं नय मां शरणान्तिकम्। राधे वृंदावनाधीशे करुणामृत अमृतवाहिनी कृपया तव पादाब्जे दास्यं मह्यं प्रदीयताम्। हे देव हे दयित हे भुवन एकबन्धो हे कृष्ण हे चपल हे करुण एकसिन्धो हे नाथ हे रमण हे नयनाभिराम हा हा कदानुभवितासि पदं दृशोर्मे। नीलाचल निवासाय नित्याय परमात्मने बलभद्र सुभद्राभ्यां जगन्नाथाय ते नमः। भक्त्या विहीना अपराधलक्ष्यै क्षिप्ताश्च कामादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि त्वां शरणं प्रपन्ना वृन्दे नुमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। यं प्रव्रजन्तमनुपेतमपेतकृत्यं द्वैपायनो विरहकातराजुहाव पुत्रेति तन्मयतया तरवोऽभिनेदुः तं सर्वभूतहृदयं मुनिमानतोऽस्मि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। तमादिदेवं करुणानिधानं तमालवर्णं सुहितावतारम् अपार संसार समुद्र सेतुं भजामहे भागवत स्वरूपम्। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्रीजीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। First of all, I offer my innumerable sastang dandavas unto the lotus feet of my Gurupad-Padma, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Ashtottara Shata Sri Śrīpād Bhakti Vaibhava Puri Goswami Mahārāj, and pray his causeless mercy. Then I offer my innumerable sastang dandavas unto the lotus feet of His Divine Grace Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Ashtottara Shata Sri Śrīpād Bhakti Vedanta Narayana Goswami Mahārāj, and pray his causeless mercy. Then I offer my innumerable sastang dandavas unto the lotus feet of His Divine Grace Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupada Paramahansa Ashtottara Shata Sri Śrīpād A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Mahārāja Srila Prabhupada and pray his causeless mercy. Then I offer my innumerable Sastang Dandavas unto the lotus feet of all Guru Vargas, Guru Parampara, and pray their causeless mercy. Then I offer my innumerable Sastang Dandavas unto the lotus feet of all present Vaishnavas, Vaishnavis, ladies and gentlemen, and pray the causeless mercy of all. Yesterday we were releasing the glories of Radharani, but how to attain on the basis of Krama Sandarbha compiled by Jiva Goswami. Jiva Goswami taught how to attain that highest qualification by which we can release Radharani and her all pastimes with Krishna without any interference and offense. So after that, now we will proceed towards Radharani. We should know who is Radharani, first of all. Many, before I spoke that in Bhagavatam there is no Radharani's name. Means ignorant people they say this. But who knows Bhagavatam clearly and perfectly, he knows in which place Radharani is. And our Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, this, even Śrīdhara Swami also, they say, Iti Radha Nama Uktam, Anaya Radhita Nunam. In this verse, very clearly they spoke. Iti Radha Nama Uktam. Here is Radharani's name, explained. But those ignorant people, they don't know, they should study this commentary. That how very the proof Radharani is. And if you find out, in 8th canto, direct Radha word is there. Here in the indication, but Radha, the two alphabets combined also there in 8th canto Bhagavatam. But they don't study clearly. Due to ignorance and foolishness, they say that there is no Radharani's name in Bhagavatam. If you study 8th canto also, you will find out Radha. Two words also you will find out. How they say the Radharani's name is there. Radharani's name is there. Radharani's name, form, quality, pastimes are there. Here, name, form and quality, pastimes, everything is there. Anaya Radhita Nuna. So, they don't know how to understand Srimad Bhagavatam. So, on this topic we were discussing 2-3 days under guidance of our Bhakti Svarūp Prabhupada, how he was speaking about Radharani on Radha-tattva.New. Today we will proceed. So, who is Radharani? Kaviraj Goswami said, Krishnera Ananta Shakti Tate Tinam Pradhan Chit Shakti Maya Shakti Jiva Shakti Nam. Krishnera Ananta Shakti. We cannot count how many number of energy of Krishna. We are counting only 2, 3, 4, 5, no this. It is only for our understanding. Why? It does not mean that how many we are counting this number of energy in Krishna. No. Krishna Ananta Shakti, this is the proof. And then why it is categorized? For our understanding. Because our brain is limited. If all will be explained, we cannot count this. We cannot remember. That's why Krishna's avatar also unlimited. But still, for our better understanding, Acharyas, they compile 6 varieties of incarnations. All are coming in 6. Nothing more than that. What are they? Purusavatar, Gunavatar, Manvantavatar, Manvantavatar, Jugavatar, Satyavasavatar, Lilavatar. Any incarnation you present, all will come inside this. Nothing more. So, for our in Kali Yuga, especially for Kali Yuga people whose span of life is very short and whose intelligence also very weak. So we cannot remember all. If all they will explain, That's why for our better understanding, according to our college's qualification, they categorize 6 so that everybody can memorize easily. But any incarnation you will bring, all will come inside these 6. Similarly, Krishna has unlimited energies, ananta, no anta ananta. In Sanskrit, there is a samas, which is called knowing tattva samas, means no. Na anta. Anta means limit or ending. Na means no. Who has no ending? Means whose energy has no ending. How many? You cannot count. So, Krishna Ananta Shakti. Krishna Ananta Shakti tate tina pradhan. Krishna has unlimited energies. But among unlimited energies, 3 are pradhan. Prominent. Yeah. 3 are prominent. What are they? Chit Shakti. Chit Shakti, Maya Shakti, Jiva Shakti Nam. So, now we concluded that Krishna has unlimited energies. And out of unlimited energies, 3 are important or prominent. So, if 3 are prominent or important, then what are their name? Then Kaviraj Goswami gave the name. What are their name? First is Chit Shakti, superior energy Chit Shakti. Then Maya Shakti. Then Jiva Shakti. So Chit Shakti, Maya Shakti, Jiva Shakti. Then these 3 Shakti or 3 energy have synonyms. What are they? Antaranga, Bahiranga, Tatastha Kahi Jare. Antaranga, Bahiranga, Tatastha Kahi Jare. Svarūp Shakti hai tahara savare. Means these 3 Shaktis or energies, they have synonyms. What are they? Antaranga Shakti, Bahiranga Shakti and Tatastha Shakti. Then who is Antaranga? Antaranga is Chit Shakti. Who is Bahiranga? Bahiranga is Maya Shakti. Who is Tatastha? Tatastha is Jiva Shakti. And Svarūpa Shakti, Chit Shakti also Svarūpa Shakti. So Chit Shakti, Antaranga. Antaranga, Svarūpa Shakti, sabar upare. Antaranga Shakti, Svarūpa Shakti, Chit Shakti are equal. So among all these 3 energies, Svarūpa Shakti is superior to all. So sabar upare means it is used at the top level or superior to all energies. Then Kaviraj Goswami said, Satchidanandamaya Krishnera Svarūp Svarūpa Shakti Ataeva Svarūpa Shakti Hayati Niru. One who will understand all these, he will have no problem, no offense, no doubt at all about Radharani, and he can understand Radharani better, and his realization will be perfect without any offense. But if we don't understand the comparison, then we may commit offense. We will be bewildered and confused, then we may commit offense. But our Goswamis, in their literatures and the scriptures, they clarified. But we should study them under guidance of Vaishnavas and understand them. So here, who is Radharani in systematic form? Kaviraj Goswami explaining. He is saying, Satchidanandamaya Krishna Svarūp. What is the identity or Svarūp of Krishna? Krishna's Svarūpa is Satchidanandamaya. Sat, Chit, Ananda. All of you know this because it is very famous verse. Ishvara Param Krishna Satchidananda Vigraha. So I am not going to explain this, so that we can proceed a little more. So Satchidanandamaya hai Krishnara Svarūpa means Krishna's Svarūpa is Satchidanandamaya. Ataeva Svarūpa Shakti Dhareti Niru. When the energy of Krishna, she saw that Krishna is manifesting in 3 forms. His Svarūpa is in 3 forms. What are they? Sat, Chit, Ananda. And Svarūpa Shakti's duty is to nourish and fulfill Krishna's desire. in which form Krishna will appear and how Krishna will be happy, Svarūpa Shakti will arrange everything. If Svarūpa Shakti is not present, Krishna cannot be happy. So, when Svarūpa Shakti saw that Krishna is Satchit Ananda, means Satchit Ananda 3. So, Svarūpa Shakti also, although she was one, but manifested into 3 forms. Because Krishna has a Sat, Krishna has a Chit, and Krishna has Ananda. So, Svarūpa Shakti also manifested herself in 3 forms. What are they? Ananda se ladini, Sada se sandhini, Chidan se samvidhi jare, Jnana kari mani. Ananda se ladini. The Ananda part of Krishna, Anandamsa. The Ananda part of Krishna is getting pleasure by the Svarūpa Shakti's Anandamsa. What is that Anandamsa? Ladini. So Svarūpa Shakti manifested in the form of Ladini. That Ladini is giving pleasure to Krishna. So Ananda se Ladini. Before was no Ladini. Only Svarūpa Shakti one. So when Krishna manifested in 3, Satchidananda, then Svarūpa Shakti also manifested in 3. Then Ananda, which is in Krishna, then Svarūpa Shakti manifested in the form of Ladini to give pleasure to Krishna. Otherwise Krishna will have no Ananda. If Svarūpa Shakti will not manifest in the form of Ladini, then Krishna cannot be happy. Ananda will be omitted from Krishna. That's why to give pleasure to Krishna, Svarūpa Shakti manifested in the form of Ladini. So Anandan se Ladini. And Sad in Krishna, Sat is there, Sada se Sandhini. Then Sat energy, Svarūpa Shakti manifested from the Krishna Sat energy as a Sandhini. Then Chit, Chidan se Sambit. And Chit Shakti manifested in the form of Sambit. Then how these 3 are working? Krishna ke allhade tate nama sandhini, sei shakti dwara sukha paena apini. Means Krishna ke allhade. This sandhini energy, Ladini energy is giving pleasure and happiness to Krishna. That's why her name is Sandhini, Ladini. So if no Ladini Shakti will be there, then impossible to become happy and release the sweetness and pleasure. It is impossible. So Krishna ke allhade means giving pleasure to Krishna, making happy to Krishna. That's why her name is Ladini. And Krishna is taking pleasure and releasing happiness or satisfaction only by the help of Ladini energy. So सुख के आस्वाद यापनी. Krishna also releasing sweetness by his own Ladini energy. Then Kabir Goswami is saying, Sukhamaya Krishna kare sukha aswadan, Bhaktagane sukha dite Ladini karan. Now the problem is, Krishna is taking pleasure by Ladini energy, okay. But how devotees are becoming happy? How devotees are taking pleasure? Then also, Kabir Goswami said, Bhaktagane sukadite karana Ladini. The root cause of happiness, satisfaction of all devotees also Ladini energy. So here we conclude that without Ladini Shakti's help and blessing or mercy, no devotee can be happy. So here we concluded that without Radharani's blessing, no one can be happy. We should know this. Why? Kabir Goswami said that Bhaktagane Sukhadite Ladini Karan. Karan means root cause. For the pleasure of devotees, Ladini Shakti is Radharani. So if any devotee does not know who is Radharani and does not pray to her, does not practice her devotion, for him happiness, pleasure, satisfaction is far away. Impossible. That's why our Bhaktivinoda Thakur criticized to him who does not worship Radharani. राधा अनादर करे सो अज्ञानी राधा भजने यदि मति नहीं भेला श्री कृष्ण भजन तब अकारण गला वन हु इज वर्शिपिंग एंड डूइंग भजन ऑफ कृष्ण 24 hours डे बट भक्तिनाथ ठाकुर से ओनली इट इज फिजिकल लेवल केवल माधव पूजे सो अज्ञानी सो इट इज ओनली फिजिकल लेवल व्हाई आतप रहित सूरजमय मान विदाउट सन रेस सन गॉड हैज नो वैल्यू sun god is nobody it is no more sun god if no sun rays similarly without Radharani if one is worshipping only Krishna then also he is not real Krishna why in Vedanta it says shakti mato raveda we should not take out energy from energy so we should worship Krishna with Radharani otherwise our Prabhupada Saraswati God in Chaitanya Chandramrita heavily criticized those who are worshipping only single Krishna without Radharani. So, without Radharani, worshipping of single Krishna is worthless, valueless. It is improper worshipping. Why? It is like Ardha Kukuti Nyaya. Ardha Kukuti Nyaya means half hand. All of you know this. Half hand is impossible. This is only stupidity. Similarly, without Radharani, worshipping of Krishna is stupidity. Means he does not know how to worship. So, we should worship Radha Krishna together. Otherwise, our worshipping is improper and unsuccessful. We cannot have highest perfection. So now,
you said in the beginning, quoting Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, that Krishna cannot experience any happiness or bliss without expanding this Svarūp Shakti as Hladini Shakti. But Krishna is also known as Atmaram. You said Krishna by himself cannot experience anything. So I'm wondering, how do you reconcile Krishna as Atmaram versus Krishna having to expand himself to experience Hladini?
The reconciling here is, what quantity of happiness Krishna relishing when he is alone, that happiness will be multiplied.
So one will seem insignificant compared to the other.
Yes. So his happiness is not satisfied when he is alone. That's why he thought, Eko Ham, I am alone. So I am not feeling so happy. He himself spoke. Bahu Shyama. So he wanted to become more. It is his own proof that he is unsatisfied alone. And it is quite practical also. Quite practical. You construct a very big building and there only one person will stay. How he can be happy? He will think this is a ghost house. Yes. That's why people are getting married and producing children and arranging so many things. When a small boy or a small girl or a small kid, they will address as Papa, Mama or Mummy, Daddy, then that will give happiness even more. Similarly, when Krishna is alone, happiness is less. It does not mean that he has no happiness at all. But he is, what kind of happiness he is desiring, he is not getting that one. So he wants to multiply his happiness. When he is desiring to multiply his happiness, then Bahushyam. Krishna is expert also how to make the arrangement. It does not mean that he is quite full. Then he thought, alone is like, in this material, what we are looking here, everything in Golok Vrindavan. That's why all symptoms are in living entities, especially human beings. At least 50 qualities are in Jiva. In Krishna, 64 qualities. Out of 64, 50 qualities are present in Jivas. That's why similar symptom of Jiva is in Krishna also. Krishna could not become happy alone for his complete satisfaction. Similarly, in this material also, Jiva, especially human being, when staying alone, he is not feeling happy. So he is trying to do something more. How he can be happy? So he is making so many arrangements. If I will do this, I can be happy. If I do that, I can be happy. Making so many plans. So by that plan, how he will be successful, how he can be happy, he is increasing his pastimes. So then he is getting little more happiness. Similarly, because it is in Krishna also. And in Krishna it is complete full. In Krishna 64 qualities are complete full. But in Jiva 50 qualities are in deep drop. Small drop. Partial drop. Bindu. Drop. Minute is not a bindu. Bindu is drop. Bindu. Minute is different, but appropriate translation is bindu.
Infinitesimal.
Bindu means drop.
Just a drop of the ocean.
Yeah,
Smallest
like drop of the
drop.
ocean. If in Krishna,
Ocean is
minute is okay, no problem. But
In English, I think it's
in English, okay. Whatever you want.
I'm saying
when ocean is when Krishna is ocean, then we have
Then it drop. Yeah. Yeah. When Krishna is ocean, because in Rupaswami what he spoke, that is bindu. Bindu. So bindu means drop. When you make Krishna, the qualities are like ocean, complete full, then in Jiva only drop. So in comparison to ocean, one drop is nothing. But that's why you will find also some similarity only. So what qualities are in Krishna, you will find in human being till 50. But after 50, you cannot find any human being. Till 50 qualities, you will find similarity in Krishna, in Jiva. But very insignificant. Yes. What?
Maharaj is quoted so Satchidananda Vigraha, and then you're explaining that for Svarūp Shakti, she's also expanding in Sangini Sangit Bhagini. So in Jaiva Dharma, there's an explanation that the forms, the bodies of all the transcendental residents, including Krishna, this is also Shakti, this is Sangini.
Yes.
This is also, and the only difference between Radha and Krishna is their abhiman, their self-conception. So how has Krishna got a form, Satchidananda Vigraha, that is separate, that is distinct from the form given by his Svarūp Shakti?
It is not separate. You did not understand what I spoke before. Shakti, Shaktimata, Rabheva. You cannot separate energy from Krishna. Always inside you. But it is working in such a way, it is inconceivable. It is arrangement of Svarūpa Shakti. So we cannot understand now. Only we have to believe them only. Why? What is going on there, that is in that platform understandable.
that is another energy of
Yeah,
Krishna.
that is another energy. We are in material energy now. So in this condition, like in darkness, you cannot see anything. If you are in a room which is full of darkness, there are so many objects, you are unable to see. It does not mean that how, if you cannot ask question, how there is objects are there. I am now unable to see. You may not see, it does not mean that there is no objects in room. In room full of objects, but when light is off, it is darkness. And in that darkness condition, if you want to see, possible, but you should have that kind of eyesight. But if you don't possess that kind of eyesight and try to see without light, how it is possible? If you have known that powerful eyesight to see in darkness, then at least you take the help of lamp or a light
flashlight.
or a torchlight or flashlight.
Torchlight.
Yeah.
Flashlight.
Then possible. Similarly, we should take the help of light, Guru, Vaishnava and Krishna's blessing. Then possible. But when we are inside darkness of a room and we say that how we are not looking, how possible to stay the objects there? Possible. Although we may not see, it is possible. Similarly, although we may not understand now, because we are in darkness now, we are in material energy. Material energy is covering our eyesight, which is called ignorance. So in ignorance stage, it may seem like impossible and difficult. But as more and more we go higher, Radha-tattva parimrudyate asau tatha tatha pasyati vastu sukmam. As more and more we will cleanse our heart, mind and soul, then we will attain transcendental light. By that light, everything will become visible. Like when you switch on the light, everything is clearly visible. No tension to the eye. But when you switch off, everything is problem. Similarly, now we are in darkness condition. That's why it is looking like difficult to understand. And only remedy is by how many times we can speculate, you cannot understand unless we practice. Because only remedy is to purify the mind and soul. So that is only possible by practice. So as Abhyas. Sadhana Maharaj saying, Atha Sri Krishna Namadi Na Bhavet Graham Indriyai Sevan Mukhe Jivhadai Swayameva Spuratyada. So as more and more we will practice, all will be revealed automatically. You tell me, before becoming a devotee, what was your condition? Now you tell, how is your condition? Before becoming a devotee, you were unable to understand anything about this. Now after becoming a devotee, after few years, now you are understanding more and more better. You are same person, but understanding is changing now. Your personality is not changing. You are same person, but understanding is increasing as more and more we are practicing. Similarly, as more and more we will improve, then we will have more and better realization. Then all these tattvas will be easily understandable. But without practice, no one can make understand easily also. Unless one practices. Maybe Nitya Siddha Parshad will come as in the form of Guru and make you understand, then also possible. Even sometimes Krishna comes also impossible. Krishna cannot. If his associates come, then only possible. Hope. Then also always not possible. Because many associates coming in, but all are not ready to understand also. So only remedy is what?
Why Krishna can't make the jiva understand what the Vaishnavas can?
Because it is his arrangement. He wants to give the glories to his beloved devotees and to establish the glories of his transcendental love. How by love a devotee can do better than even God. It is his causeless mercy and affection. How he is very affectionate towards devotees, he is showing. Means no one can be more affectionate than Krishna. In this material world we cannot. We will love as long as we are getting some selfishness. When selfishness finish, that friendship become enmity immediately. Because we are ungrateful. But Krishna is not ungrateful. He does not want anything, he wants to give many things. And these qualities more than Krishna in Gopis and Brajavasis. That's why he is under their control. Because no one can compete to Brajavasis. If anyone trying to compete, it is his foolishness. That's why, because they are Ragatmika Bhakta. We should become Raganuga. We cannot become Ragatmika. So we should become Raganuga. Then we can please Krishna. So this Svarūpa Shakti is manifesting in three forms, that is called Ladini, Sandhini and Sambit. By Sandhini, Krishna is manifesting all the transcendental abodes. Sat, Sandhini. Sandhini is Sat. So Sat became now Sandhini. So by Sandhini, the presiding deity of Sandhini is Baladev Prabhu. Bol Baladev Prabhu ki Jai. So all the bodies also, body, house, building, all existence is manifestation of Sandhini energy. If no Sandhini energy, you cannot see anyone's existence. Everything will become voidism, sunya. Nothing you can see. So due to Sandhini, appearance is coming. So Sadan se Sandhini. Sad means existence. So, and what is the meaning of Sat? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur made highest and very full of mellows about the Sat. No other Acharya made commentary like Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur about Sat. All them, everyone made, but little. But Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur made very appropriate meaning of Sat. He said, what is Sat? Sarva Desha Kala Bhartinam Jat Tat Satam. Sat. Sarva Desha Kala Vartinam is Sat. What is Sat? Sat means Sarva Desha Kala Vartinam. Means who is present everywhere. Everywhere means in everywhere.
Always.
Always. Sarva Desha, first Sarva Desha. Sarva Desha means all places. Means 7 lower planetary system, Atala, Vitala, Mahatala, Talatala, Sutala, Rasatala, Patala. Then Bhur, Bhuva, Maha, Jana, Tapa, Satya, Viraja, Brahmadam, Parabhyama, Vaikuntha, Goloka Vrindavan. Everywhere, beginning from lower planet till Goloka Vrindavan, everywhere who is present. Then only he will be sought. Not only in place. Kala. Kala means there are 3 Kala. Past, present and future. Who was before and who is now and who will be in future. In everywhere. Who is always everywhere. He is sought. He is only Krishna. So you see how beautiful explanation of sought. But others, very short.
3 are there, right?
Huh?
3.
What?
Place, time and circumstances.
No. Sarva Desha Kala. Sarva means all. Desha means place. Kala means time. Vartina means who is present. Bru, Vartane. And there is a verbal root in Sanskrit. Atulanand Prabhu knows. Sanskrit, there is Brut Vartane. Means there is a dhatu. Vartate. Achita Prabhu. He knows. So Vartate. Vartate means present. Vartate, Vartate, Vartante. So from this Brit dhatu Vartane became Vartina. So Vartina means who is existing. Who is existing in all places, all time, always. Means to whom we cannot find the absence. Everywhere he is present. And always he is only sought. So it is the highest explanation about sought. He made this commentary in Janma Desya Jataha. In Janma Desya Jataha. In this verse. He made this commentary. So by this Janma Desya Jato Maya Ditarata Charthe Svabhigya Swarat Tene Brahma Hrida Ja Adikavai Muyanti Jas Surayo Tejo Vari Mridam Yatha Vinimaya Jatra Trisargo Mrisa Dhamna Svena Sada Nirasta Kokam Satyam Param Dhima. This Satyam. He made this commentary. So, Sadan se Sandhini and Chidan se, so all the existence we are looking, all the planetary system, all the global system, all the body, all the living entities, everything which we are looking, including transcendental level, including Krishna's body, all incarnations, all associates body, Radharani and what is Nanda Baba, Mother Josoda, Siddham Subal, all associates. What to speak associates, even Krishna himself. Even Baladev Prabhu himself also. Although he is presiding in India, Sandhini Shakti, but his body also he is energy giving. That's why the energy is called Aghatana Ghatana Patyasi. She can make impossible to possible. And this is only understandable by bhajan, otherwise impossible. Huh? Asamardha means na sama, na urdhva. That is different. Asamardha means who cannot be equal. What to speak about superior? A means no. Sama means equal. Urdhva means superior. So there is no one who is equal to Krishna. What to speak superior? If no one is able to equal with him, there is no question of superiority. So Krishna is also Asamardha-tattva. Asama Aurdhva. So Krishna also manifesting his body, his abode, his associates by Sandhini energy. Then Chit. Chidan se Sambit. All knowledge coming from Chit energy. Chit. If there will be no Chit, Krishna is ignorant. If you take a Chit, Krishna is ignorant and fool. Due to Chid energy, Krishna is omniscient. So why? Chidam says Sambit. Due to Chid energy, Sambit means knowledge. Knowledge is coming. If no Chid, no knowledge. So all the knowledge including Krishna's omniscience and all incarnations and till human being, all living entities, what kind of knowledge they have, all are due to Sambit energy. So due to Sambit energy, Krishna is omniscient. Due to Sambit energy, all devotees they are able to understand about prema, love, etc. And due to Sambit energy only, all materialist people also they are getting material knowledge. So this is also expansion of Sambit energy. If no Sambit, no one can know anything. So all knowledge, don't think about only spiritual. Even material knowledge also coming due to Sambit energy. So Sambit energy is presiding deity of all kinds of knowledge. Sandhini is presiding deity of all existence. And now came the point Ananda. Ananda, Ladini. So this Ladini Shakti giving pleasure to everyone including Krishna. So all pleasure to Krishna, to his beloved devotees is given by Ladini energy. And to this Vishayananda means this material happiness also coming due to Ladini energy. Huh? Sorry?
Jadaras.
Jadaras.
Also from Ladini.
Also from Ladini.
So material pleasure, also happiness and love comes also from there.
From there. Root cause of all pleasure of all places and all persons is Ladini. Without Ladini, no question of any happiness. Whether it is a Jadananda or a Chidananda, whatever may be. And how many happiness you know? How many varieties of happiness?
Unlimited.
But unlimited, that's true. But still, like
a certain number.
Yes, there should be some number.
Jadananda. Yes, Jadananda.
I am asking number. How many?
That's just one.
One. Only one.
Jadananda.
Only one.
In material consciousness.
Three. What are they? Huh? What are they?
Ramananda, Jadananda, and
Chidananda.
Chidananda.
Chitananda.
But you asked what we know.
Yes.
Kirtananda.
I don't even know what
Huh? Huh?
Yes, sannyasi
Huh?
Premananda.
Premananda.
Maharaj, speak.
I said Kirtananda.
Maharaj, he's seen, so remembering that, huh?
Chidananda.
Kirtananda. Oh, yeah, Madi. Sadhana Maharaj? Okay. Anyone? Anyone? Premananda. Yes.
That's true.
Radha-tattva Prabhu is okay, but only little in appropriate form only. Three are okay, but only we have to present in appropriate word.
Material happiness, spiritual happiness, happiness derived from Brahmananda.
Jadananda, Ramananda, Prabhu.
Jadananda
Brahmananda.
and
All of you know, but sometimes we know, but it is difficult to present.
Atmananda.
All of you know this. So sometimes difficult to find out the appropriate word to present.
Atmananda. Jad.
Huh?
Not friend. Jadananda, Brahmananda, friend.
No, but appropriate word is necessary.
What is the word?
Huh? I am asking.
He's not going to tell that easy.
Anyone more?
3 kinds of anand.
Three. Are.
Now we know the number. It's 3.
Even the Google is not able to tell me anything.
Google
Google
ananda.
cannot give this.
No text. No texting. No texting.
No, Google has a limited power.
Yeah.
Google cannot search everything. Only by transcendental energy you can search everything. Because Google is material, so his power is limited. Now Sadhana Maharaj is merciful. Listen.
Sirananda,
Hmm.
Jarananda, and Ramananda. That's what I said.
He said, some words should be changed now. He already said also.
Paramananda, Brahmananda, and
No. all are okay, but only a prepared words necessary.
Achyutananda.
All are saying, now looking at
Google too. He's checking
Google.
too.
Okay. Okay, trying Google, no problem. All are allowed to search also, no problem. I want only the name. However you find, no problem. Because we should utilize our brain. Then brain power will increase and memory will increase towards Krishna. So good. That's why we cannot get perfection. That is why in Vedanta said, Areva Atma Drashtavya Shrotavya Nididha Sitavya. Unless we have a Nididhasan, then we cannot get perfection.
So we have one.
Are Atma Areva Drashtavya Shrotavya Mantavya Nididha Sitavya. In Vedanta it is said,
Unless.
we should see Krishna. But we cannot see Krishna now, so we should see the deities. Photos presented by our Guru Vargas, Acharyas, by their realization. So we can see and we can listen them. After listening, mantavya. We should do manan, meditate. Remember, otherwise brain will not work anymore, and when brain cannot be habituated to remember Krishna. So this is also necessary. That's why I ask, if we remember and meditate, then it will increase the brain. This is called Nididha Sitavya. It is spoken in scripture. It is necessary. In Vedanta, it is said. So without Nididhyasana and Mantavya, we cannot improve more. Just only listen and speak. If you don't remember, you cannot be perfect. Smartavya means we should be mantavya. Manana is necessary. So this is manana. When you are remembering and trying to think, trying to speak, what is this is mantavya. So as more and more you have mantavya power more, then it is beneficial. So apply your manan, mantavya.
We need to hear first.
Here first.
Then
Yeah.
once
Okay.
we know, then we can remember.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. That's true.
He's dangling
Only I am asking, if any of you know, then you can speak. I am ready to speak.
Now we surrender.
Huh? Okay.
Done.
I know only due to blessings of our Guru Varga, especially Rupa Goswami. Rupa Goswami clearly spoke. Rupa Goswami clearly spoke in Bhakti Svarūp Sukham Vaishaikam Brahmam Ishwaram Cheti Tat Tridha. 3. There are 3 kinds of happiness in the whole universe, not only in this planet. You cannot find more than 3 happiness, including Golok Vrindavan. So if anyone is saying there are many happiness, no. Many variety may be, many expansion, but the category is only 3. You cannot find more than 3 kinds of happiness anywhere else. All happiness will be included in these 3. Like Krishna has unlimited energies, but all are coming into 3 prominent. Similarly, all kinds of happiness will come into 3.
everything is 3.
Everything 3 coming.
Sometimes 4.
Sometimes 4.
Okay, but mostly 3.
Mostly 3. Today also Nanda Gopal discovered 1 3. Huh?
Yeah. No, wait.
Golden triangle.
Golden triangle.
Jai
Prabhu.
Prabhu also together.
Together.
Yeah.
So mostly 3 are coming.
Yeah.
So Rupa Goswami said, because we are Rupa Nuga, so what Rupa Goswami said, we should follow. Because he is perfect. We should blindly believe. No need to speculate. If we speculate, then we will have problems. Rupa Nuga, and we are not Rupa Nuga. So Rupa Goswami said means there are 3 kinds of happiness. And he spoke very clearly with proof in Bhakti Svarūp that Sukham Vaishaikam Brahmam Ishwaram Cheti Tat Tridha. Tridha means three varieties. So there are three kinds of happiness. What are they? Vaishaikam. Vaishaika sukha means material happiness. And material happiness can be many. In this material world, how many varieties of happiness we are getting? All are material happiness. Vaishaika. Vishaya sukha. We say Vishaya sukha. Vishaya sukha means Vaishaika sukha. Vaishaika sukha means that happiness which we are getting from Vishaya, this material world. See matters of this material world. Jai Bhakti Vedanta Padmanav Mahārāj ki Jai. Bhakti Vedanta Padmanav Mahārāj ki Jai. Oh. Vishaya sukha.
Jada sukha, same.
Same. Jada Vishaya sukha same. Jada sukha Vishaya sukha only appropriate word only. You can, the original is Vishaya sukha, then you can make Jada, how many make no problem. Many synonyms you can add. Maya sukha, whatever, that is your preference. But origin, we should do, make commentary and explanation for this one. The original name should be Vishaya sukha. Vishaya. Yeah, because we are Rupa Nuva. So we should follow Rupa Goswami, and according to our realization we can add something which is favorable, not only by speculation. We should support to that. What are scripture? Scripture said, what is Veda, Ramayana, Saiva. Veda, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Gita, Bhagavad Gita, and all these are scriptures. And it does not mean all these are scriptures. Which will nourish and favorable for these scriptures, they are also scripture. So it is decided in scripture what are scriptures, how we will know which is scripture. Then prominent name Veda, Ramayana, Saiva. Purane Bharate Tatha means Veda, Ramayana, Mahabharata, Purana, Bhagavad Gita, these are scriptures. And it does not mean that only these are scriptures, which will nourish this, which will favor this, and not contradicted to this, they are also considered as scripture. Itihas also, which will favor. Amnaya, whatever you add, no problem, but it should not contradicted to this. If it is going to opposite, then it will be rejected. It cannot be scripture. Why? Jata Anugai means what is following to this, all are scriptures. So similarly, because we are Rupa Nuvas, whatever Rupa Goswami says, we should follow. We should put him as the center, and we should try to decorate him more and more. Then it is our efficiency. But if we will cover him, then problem. We should not cover, we should beautify him as more as possible. Then it is our efficiency. But if we will hide him so that nobody can see him, then it is our foolishness. So we should present him first, then we can decorate him according to our qualification. So Rupa Goswami said there is no more than three kinds of happiness. Clearly spoke in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Eastern wave. And Eastern wave, first Eastern direction, first wave. Means in Sanskrit, Purva Vibhaga Prathama Lahari. Purva Vibhaga Prathama Lahari in Sanskrit. In English, Eastern direction and first wave. So there is one verse which is proving this, that there are only three kinds of happiness. What are they? Sukham Vaishaikam Brahmam Isparam Setita Tridha. Tridha means three. There are three varieties of happiness in all planets, including Golok Vrindavan. All existence. Wherever you find, all happiness will be inside these three categories, not more than this. So the number one is Vaishaikam, means Vishaya Sukha. this material happiness, which is called Jadananda or Jada Sukha. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Jada Sukha lagi, Nija Sukha boli, Jada Sukha, he sung in many songs about Jada Sukha. So he took this from Rupa Goswami and made ornament. So the original is Vishaya Sukha, Sukham Vaisayikam. Second is superior to this. Superior to this Vishaya Sukha is Brahma Sukha. Because Brahma Sukha is beyond this. So it is coming in Brahma Jyoti after 3 modes of nature. So to that there is no touching of these 3 qualities. So that is superior to this. So Brahma Sukha is superior to Vishaya Sukha, Jada Sukha. And supreme happiness is Aishwaram. Ishwara Sukha means the happiness which we are able to release by the transcendental loving service of Radha Krishna and Mahaprabhu. What kind of happiness? That is called Ishwara Sukha or Prema Sukha. So these 3 happinesses are present in all universes, all places. And it has so many expansions, varieties. You can add how many varieties according to the different matters and different senses. So it can be multiplied, many. But all will come into 3 categories. So all the happinesses, even including Jada Sukha, is coming from the Sandhini, Ladini energy. All existence by Sandhini. Our Bhakti Siddhanta, because Kaviraj Goswami made it in Sutra, in the verse form, Bengali verse form. So our Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhupada, he made commentary and clarified this. Even in Chaitanya Charitamrita, called Anubhasya. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur made a commentary which is called Amrita Pravaha Bhasya. And in these commentaries, which was lacking, he explained in detail in his articles called Gauriya magazine. Huh?
also made commentary.
Yes, made commentary, but that commentary is now difficult to get. Now no more available.
Really?
Yes,
But
not
they are-
available.
I know they are translating.
Oh, but no, not now printed till now.
Is that called Sajan Toshini? The collection of Bhaktivinoda Thakur's
Yes, yes,
Gospels?
Sajjantosan. Yeah. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur made one commentary on Chaitanya Charitamrita. That was before available, but nowadays it is no more available. If it will,
I think our
someone.
Our Guru Maharaj
Only
he
partial.
was translating partial.
So if it will come, it is very good.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
because we will get appropriate, the realisable meaning. Then all devotees, I am searching, could not find till now. But I got the proof that he wrote one commentary on Chaitanya Charitamrita. I am trying to my best, till I could not get that.
I have one question. You just mentioned that Svarūp Shakti is divided into 3, Sandhini, Sambit and Hladini Shakti. But Shastra is saying Radha Purna Shakti. So all Shakti is Radhika, Radha Purna Shakti. Does that include Sandhini, Sambit? We know Hladini is Radhika. What about Sandhini and Sambit? This is also Shakti, no?
Yeah.
Ladini.
So Svarūpa Shakti also Radharani.
Svarūp Shakti also.
But
Radha.
still, Radharani again manifesting the form of Ladini also.
Yes.
And that Ladini also at the condensed form again manifesting Radharani.
I know Adhishtatri Devata of Sandhini is Baladev Prabhu. Of Sambit is Krishna and of Hladini is Radhika. But if she is Purna Shakti, then all of these Shaktis are also from her.
Yes.
Yes.
Purna Shakti is Radharani.
Yes.
Purna Shakti Mana is Krishna.
Parashakti.
So then Radha Krishna, no different.
No different. Ekatanu dui deha dhari. Only 2 body, 1 soul.
We must do
Really, like in Baladev Prabhu and Krishna is no more different. Almost the same. Only bodily complexion difference and some pastime is different. Otherwise, no more difference between Baladev Prabhu and Krishna. Rupa Goswami clearly mentioned in Laghu Bhagavatam and in Chaitanya Charitamrita also Kaviraj Goswami. Only complexion difference, little more different, but no vast difference like Vishnu. In Vishnu and Krishna more different, but in Baladev Prabhu no more difference. complexion little and little pastime different.
You
Similarly,
say,
sorry?
you say that Baladev is creating all the Dham and
Yes,
Sandhini
yes,
potency.
yes.
But actually what he's saying, Radharani is Puna Shakti, then she's Mula Shakti, she's the root of all Shakti.
For example, I will give one example so it will be understandable. For example, really who is creating this material world? Who is creating all jivas, etc.?
The desire of
Brahma. Brahma creating.
Yeah.
But we say Krishna is creator.
Right.
But really Krishna does not do directly.
Indirectly.
Indirectly doing all this. Radharani also indirectly doing all this. Not directly doing all this.
So,
Nimitta.
nimitta.
Nimitta. Radharani becoming like, although Brahma creating personally, but we say Krishna is creator. We are not saying Brahma is creator.
He's a secondary.
Secondary. Similarly, Radharani is originally source of all Shakti. But like Krishna is source of all Shaktiman. But still, he is not doing everything directly. And Krishna is only doing it directly himself because Krishna has no time. He is fully occupied, 24 hours a day, for a whole year. 360 days a year and 24 hours a day. He has no time.
One without a second.
If you book advance booking also, you cannot get time. If you go to many years before also, if you try to advance booking also, he has no time. He cannot give you time
No second.
because 24 hours occupied. Every day 24 hours. So at what time, which place he will do already occupied.
Full schedule.
Full schedule. So he cannot give time. So he is not interfering everywhere indirectly, that's why. So he engaged.
And Ashtakali leader.
Yeah. So his foremost duty is to do eightfold pastime, Ashtakali Lila. It is his own direct pastime. But other Srishti Lila, Samhara Lila and maintenance Lila he is doing through Vishnu and Shiva. But still we cannot neglect Krishna because he is authority. Under his guidance all are going on. So we say Krishna is creator, Krishna is maintainer, Krishna is annihilator. But we cannot omit that Krishna is not doing. Although he died not doing, but we are bound to speak Krishna is doing. Because under his guidance, under his authorization, everything is going
So
on.
then you could say he's desiring,
Huh.
Radhika's fulfilling his desire. So
Yes.
Krishna is the root of everything.
Yes,
Radhika and
originally
Shaktis
Krishna
are-
is root.
I think desire is also
Yeah.
Shakti.
And the basis,
Ichha Shakti, no?
Yes.
Sandhini Shakti.
Krishna also,
All this Shakti.
Krishna will not do anything without
All is
Shakti.
Shakti.
Krishna will not do anything without Shakti also. So everything, root cause is Krishna and Krishna's energy also.
And you have daarom het is said we are Shaktas.
Yes.
Real Shaktas.
Our Bhaktivinoda Thakur and Prabhupada, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Prabhu said, we are best Shakta.
Parashakti.
We are best Shakta. No Shakti. Shakta. Shakti means
Worshippers of
energy.
Shakti.
Worshipper of Shakti is Shakta.
Mm.
If you say Shakti, then wrong. Shakta.
What does that mean, Maharaj?
Huh?
What does that
Yeah,
mean?
I'm telling.
Okay.
Shakti. Shakti means energy. And the source of energy is Radharani. And from Radharani, all female presiding deities manifested. Like Durga, Kali, demigods, wives, etc., Uma, Brahma, Sakti, Indrani, Sachi. How many female forms? Savitri, Arundhati, all. How many you can add? No problem. Even including in this matter, in this planet, female also you can add, no problem. All are manifestation of and expansion of Radharani. Radharani is the original source. And for male form, original source is Krishna. So,
But male form is Jiva Shakti, Tatashta Shakti. Is Jiva Shakti or Tatashta Shakti from Radhika? Because Shakti. Are we manifestation from Radhika? All Jiva Shakti.
but not directly.
Not directly.
Not directly.
Parasya Shakti.
Parasya Shakti Vividaiva Shruyate. Parasya Shakti Vividaiva Shruyate. Bhagavad Maharaj said. Parasya Shakti Vividaiva Shruyate means Parashakti we are listening. Shruyate means listening. Vividha means many varieties. Many varieties. Like Ananta. So Radharani also like Krishna does not do everything personally. Similarly, Radharani does not do everything personally. She has also no time. She is
She's an Astakali Leela also.
yes, she is also. So she has also no time. Yes, even Krishna has some time. Even Krishna has some time. Radharani has no time at all. Why? She is fully occupied. She is doing her own duty and service. Again, appointment in Nanda Bhavan also. Again, everyday appointment in Nanda Bhavan also for cooking. So she has no time also to do all things. So she is doing only superior things, which is very important. And ordinary things like Srishti Lila and Sanghara Lila, these are ordinary, insignificant. So let others do.
Durga.
Huh? Yes. Durga.
Durga.
Durga and Krishna and Shiva to Sanghar. Krishna does not need to come. That's why to attract his mind, it is difficult. So we need special permission and special authorization to attract his attention. So who are they? They are our Guru Vargas. Through their Guru Vargas, if we go, it becomes very easy. Although fully occupied 24 hours a day, he is bound to stop. He is bound to stop. But others cannot stop.
It's not what you
Huh?
know, it's not what you know, it's who you know.
Yeah. Yes. Maharaj, loudly, no one can listen. Speak loudly.
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
We know you, Maharaj. Maharaj.
Yeah.
So,
We don't know his address.
the point of Krishna consciousness is to become in service. So, would it be fair to say that one of our goals is actually to get Krishna's attention by our bhajan?
Our goal is, before at the beginning I said, beginning day also, Radha pada dasyam eva hrude dharayam. Radha pada dasyam. Radha dasya means to become the maid servant of Radharani is our goal. If we will put this goal inside the heart, Krishna is bound to see us. He cannot stop. Without looking, he cannot stop. Why? If Krishna does not see, he will be forced by others. He will be chastised. Yes, Lalita Sakhi will chastise. Because Lalita Sakhi is head. Yes. So, when Lalita will approve someone, then Radharani is bound to accept. Without any looking in, whether she is good or bad. If Lalita Sakhi says, "Oh Radhe, oh Shyam Sundar, today I got a very beautiful maid servant, very expert, very efficient. So you should engage in service." Then Radharani immediately, yes, yes, you let her do service. And what kind of service will do? Radharani said to Lalita, "You appoint what you need." Then Lalita will engage immediately. All the Krishna and Radharani 24 hours a day busy, but if Lalita Sakhi approaches and Lalita will accept, if Rupamandir is saying, Rupamandir is certifying, then there is no chance of refusal. Impossible. So, to attain the approval and grant of service, we need the approval of at least two, Rupamandir and Lalita Sakhi. And then automatically Radha Krishna's approval will be certified, automatically. No need to pray more for them. Near Guru. And Rupamandir, see how will you come? Through our Gurus. We cannot have approach direct to go them. No entry. Doors are locked. Yes, really true.
Lock and key is with our Guru Vargas.
Yeah, they will. If we will take their shelter, they will give the key how to open. Because when there are many apartments, when we are going directly, no entry. Gatekeeper will not allow. But when we are going through our friend or any relative or any
Landlord. Landlord.
yeah, what is that?
Landlord.
Landlord, and he will give one key. So we can enter at any time and we can open ourselves. But if we have no landlord approval, we cannot go. Similarly, if no approval of our Guru Varga, then no one can enter.
It is not easy. Janma koti sukrita ipi na labhyate. Crore lifetime also you may do sadhana. Impossible. What to speak one life? One life is nothing. Janma koti sukrita ipi na labhyate. Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati kriyatam. Jadi kutopi labhyate. Tatra laulyamapi mulyamekalam janma koti sukrita ipi na labhyate. Jadi kutopi labhyate, if wherever we are finding, then kriyatam, immediately we should purchase. Why? If we delay, we may not get. I will give one example, because our acharyas made very nice example and commentary. For example, Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati kriyatam. If we are finding anywhere, the Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati, all words we should see. Every word has a significance. Krishna, no Shiva, no Ganesha, no Durga. If anyone very nice, looking beautiful, very efficient speaker, everything, very nice devotee, very genuine, everything, all good qualities he may have. All good qualities he may have. But if he is not Krishna Bhakti Bhavita, no need to purchase. No need to purchase that. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita Mati. Whose Mati is Bhavita means observing always. Observation is in Krishna Bhakti Rasa. Not only Krishna Bhakti also. Bhakti Rasa. There is difference between Krishna Bhakti and Bhakti Rasa. So Bhakti Rasa should be there. If no Krishna Bhakti Rasa, only worshipping Krishna, then also not sufficient. Because it may be only Krishna Bhakti. And it may not go to Rati also. Even Rati also not sufficient. Should be Bhakti Rasa. So, to become Rasa, all four objects should be combined together. What are they?
Anubhav, Sthayi,
Vyabhachari,
Sapika Bhav, Vyabhachari. Five.
Four. Vibhava, Anubhava, Vyabhichari, Sattvic. Sthayi Bhava, no need. Already Sthayi Bhava is there. Rati means Sthayi Bhava. In Rati stage, already in Rati Sthayi Bhava is there. When in Sthayi Bhava, we will add four. Vibhava, Anubhava, Sattvic Bhava, Vyabhichari Bhava. If we add, then become Rasa. Bhakti Rasa. Otherwise only Rati.
Sthayi Bhava not enough.
Huh?
Have to be
No, Sthayi Bhava is not enough and sufficient to release. For releasement of Rasa, this addition are necessary. For example, only water is not sufficient to release the drink. Or only yogurt or buttermilk is not sufficient to release the sweetness. In India you will find lassi. Lassi. Only yogurt is not sufficient. Then if you take only yogurt, no tasty. Must
have
mango.
No rasa.
Yeah, no rasa. Mango. Because it is sour. So you cannot drink a lot and you cannot feel happy. Similarly, only Sthayi Bhava is not sufficient to release the sweetness. With Sthayi Bhava, we should add most important four objects. Like in lassi, especially in summer season, if you go to Vrindavan, everywhere in Vrindavan they are selling lassi. And yes, Sadhana Maharaj has a lot of experience. Barsana also. They will ask, oh, Baba, ao. They will address, please take, come. Yes. Sugar. Brajavasis, yes. They will do like this. Then add sugar, then badam, pista badam, and almond. Yes. And what is camphor, kesar, saffron also. Yes. Cardamom. So if you all these mix, as more and more ingredients you will mix, it will become more tasty. As less, then less taste. Similarly, if you only Vibhava, taste also less. Only Anubhava also tasteless. If four, then become very highly tasteful, releasable. Bhakti Ras. Bhakti Ras complete. Otherwise it is only Rati. Then releasable it is not completely. So that's why Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamati. What to speak about Ganesha, Durga, Kali, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, ghost, witches. Many you will find it, especially in India. Bengal. We don't need that kind of rasa. No, we don't need that. That kind of rasa is easily available everywhere. No need to purchase that. Even some are giving free of cost. But free of cost also no need to purchase, no need to receive that. But Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamati, if we are finding anyone whose mind is observed in Krishna Bhakti Rasa, then Kriyatam. Means we should purchase as quick as possible, without delay. Then now the point came, then in which place we should purchase? Here we may have doubt that in which place, if we find in somewhere, there we should purchase or not. Where we should purchase? Then Kaviraj Goswami said, Kutopi labhyate, wherever you find this, then you should not think that this place I should not purchase, this place I should not know. If you find this personality, wherever maybe, if even in hellish planet also you should purchase. Because that's why in Sanskrit very deepest meaning is there. Unless we understand the deepest meaning of the word, we may commit a mistake. So it is said, Kutopi labhyate, wherever you find. It does not matter in which place. Wherever you find, but personality should be like this. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamati. It does not matter in any country, any place, any family, etc. If he is in this mati, then Kriyatam. Kaviraj Goswami said, you purchase. At once. As quick as possible.
Whatever institution.
Whatever institution, whatever country, it does not matter. Maybe India, maybe Western country, wherever you find. It does not matter. But the qualification should be like Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamati. Then should not delay. Kriyatam. We should purchase as quick as possible. Then Purupakya asked.
What do we have to pay?
Yeah, that Purupakya asking.
Coming.
I was, because Kaviraj Goswami is best philosopher. That's why in his scripture, especially Chaitanya Charitamrita, you will find all kinds of proof. In 6 darshan you will find Chaitanya Charitamrita. So Chaitanya Charitamrita is PhD degree. If you have more and more qualification, you will release more and more Chaitanya Charitamrita. If you give Chaitanya Charitamrita to an ignorant person who is neophyte devotee, he cannot release. As more and more you go higher, then you will release more and more better. Because in Chaitanya Charitamrita, essence of all scripture is there. You will find all scriptures proof. And Kaviraj Goswami is proving his efficiency that he is a highest scholar and a philosopher also, Darshanika. So he knows all Siddhantas. So he is also putting appropriate words so that no one can make any mistake. So here he said, Kriyatam jadi kutopi labhyate, wherever you find you should purchase. Any place of this whole universe, wherever you find this kind of person, but that person who Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavitamati, Kriyatam. Then Purupakya asked, yes, you are instructing that one should purchase. But if you have no money, we get to purchase, we need money. Without money, dollars, without rupees, how will purchase?
They take credit cards or PayPal.
Sorry?
Credit cards or PayPal.
Credit. Now, Sadhana speaking up to date purchasing process. He said PayPal and a credit card. Nowadays this is going on. Now dollars, direct payment, cash payment is being decreased.
Yeah.
So now very easiest process of payment is PayPal and a credit card. Apple Pay. Sadhana has experienced this.
Bitcoin.
Amazon Prime.
So yes, these are the examples.
Hey, Mahārāj,
I know of it.
Bitcoins.
Okay, then Purupakya asked, I have no dollars, I have no rupees, I have no PayPal according to Sadhana Mahārāj. I have no credit card also.
No iPhone.
No iPhone. And at last he spoke, Apple Pay. No Apple Pay also. Then how I will purchase? Then Kaviraj Goswami said, don't worry. If you have no PayPal, no credit card, no Apple Pay, even no dollars, no rupees, don't worry. These are not necessary. Only one cost is necessary. Tatra laulyam eva. Tatra laulyam api mulyam ekalam. Ekalam means only one. Only one cost is necessary. That is laulyam means lobha. Lobha means greediness. One, if you have greediness, then it is sufficient qualification to purchase that. So you should eagerness or greedy, lobha. So if you are eager to purchase, then this is the highest qualification. Then Purupaka again put question. I don't have greediness also. I am not so eager to purchase also. Then how I will purchase?
How will I get the greed?
Yes, how to get this? Then Janmakoti Sukrita pe nalabhyate. You cannot get by 1 crore life of Sukriti also. Then how to attain this? Then he gave one example. What is that? One has no taste. All of you have gone to Vrindavan. Almost. Or no one. Rasagolla or Golab Jam, Rabidi, all of you know? Huh? Okay.
Back, borrow or steal.
Yes. So, you go to Vrindavan and Loi Bazar, etc. There are so many sweets are there. If you are passing through that way, in the Loi Bazar, if you see that anyone is eating rabidi or rasagolla, which you like, if you are diabetic, that is different. It is not, this is defective.
Yeah.
So, nowadays, the taste for eating sweets are decreasing. It is not spontaneous. He is not applicable here. Who is a healthy person? One who is very healthy, who has no fear for eating sweets, sure he will have a desire to eat this. Yes. And nowadays we are not desiring, this is different because we have defects. So we are fearing to increase the diabetes. So a healthy person who is going in Loi Bazar, if he sees that someone is eating very attractive sweet. Yes. What is it? Rabidi or rasagolla? Rasmalai. So if one is healthy person, he cannot stop this eating. So when you have no desire, but when you saw that someone is eating, and just you go and stand near him. Just you, if you want to taste it, but if you are healthy, but if you are not healthy also, diabetes also, you cannot control this. Just you go and stand nearby and look at him, how he is eating. How he is eating, just look at him. And how, when you are looking and he is eating, automatic saliva will come in your tongue. Without any endeavor. Just by looking at him. Automatic saliva will come in your tongue, you cannot control this. Automatic saliva will come. Why? Because due to this association. When one is eating, we are looking, then automatically this will come. Similarly, the purpose of this example is, if one is relishing the sweetness of Radha-tattva.New Mahaprabhu, all these highest rasas, if you have no qualification, means that person has no greediness and no qualification to purchase the money, to purchase the rasagolla also. But if he stands there, then saliva is coming in the tongue. And that person who is eating, he is not a beggar. He is a landlord. He is very opulent. So when he sees that one is standing there, and if he asks, please, can you give one sweet? Immediately he will give. And if he does not ask also, if he is munificent and compassionate, then he will give also. Because a genuine person or compassionate person, if he sees someone standing nearby and he is eating, he cannot eat without giving. Then automatically he will give also. When he will see the end tongue, then it will, you put in the tongue, then you will feel the sweetness. And after that you cannot stop, you will ask again and again. And, sorry?
We're going to go with you.
Yes. You cannot stop. And when it is finished, then you will become so greedy that you have no money also, you will try to steal also. Yes. You cannot stop this. So, you see, before we had no taste and no qualification to purchase this, to eat also. But by association, looking that person who is eating, automatic greed came, saliva came, and we got also, and if we have money, we purchase it also.
If it's not offered, it's Jarananda, but if it's offered Prasadam, then it's Brahmananda.
Yes. So now, Sadhana Maharaj is adding in the commentary. You can say.
Bhogananda.
Speak loudly.
If it's not offered, then it's Jarananda, material happy. But if it's offered to Krishna, then it's Brahmananda.
Spiritual.
Premananda.
Ishvarananda. So in Ishvarananda you can add Premananda or Kirtananda, like Bhagavatam said, Kirtananda, whatever you may add. All are coming in Ishvarananda. And all material happiness is called Vishayananda. So, what is the process to get this greed also? Association. Sadhu Sangha. So, all Sadhu Sangha ki jai. That's why you are well versed and you have listened many times from Gurudev. But still I don't think I did not listen him. I have listened more than you also. Because I know him before you also. So, Gurudev was also speaking before. And when he was young, I was listening. So he also mostly speaking, paying attention about high class rasa. And high association also. His most concentration was to high class association. And high class rasa also. He was not satisfied with the lower rasa. I know him very well. Yes. Huh? Yes. Could not listen, you speak loudly. From your lotus mouth should go some words.
Yeah, I'm going to stop.
So, if we are qualified to attain that, then only our human form of life will be successful. Otherwise, we could not properly utilize this valuable human form of life. Which, when I am going to speak the human form of life, then automatically one word coming from scripture, this form of life is Deva Dullavatam. Whenever I speak about human form, automatically this coming spontaneously. That how glorious this human form is, how valuable this human form is, that is Deva Dullavatam. Means it is not easy to get for demigods. But by causeless mercy of Krishna we got this. And we should properly utilize this without wasting our time. If we are wasting the time unnecessarily, it is our foolishness and stupidity. And we are misutilizing. Then we may not have this opportunity again if Krishna is unhappy. So we should make Krishna, Guru and Vaishnavas happy by properly utilizing this, so that they will promote our body, promote our condition, and we can be qualified to release the highest transcendental melody. Krishna Bhakti Rasa Bhavita Mati, and we can become also. Because when you see a person eating the Rasagolla, then you also become the eater of Rasagolla one day by looking at him, by his association, by his influence, and by his blessing of giving some money, etc. to purchase. If he gives some money, you can purchase, and after that you can try to earn, because you are greedy now to eat the Rasagolla. Then you will make arrangement how to get the Rasagolla. So 24 hours a day you will try how to purchase the Rasagolla. And to purchase Rasagolla you need money. So how to get money you will try to collect. It is automatic spontaneous sequence. Similarly, if we are greedy for attaining this highest transcendental mellow, then we will try to get how to get it. But if we have no greedy, this is disqualification to get this. Because tatra laulyamapi mulyam ekalam. Only one cost to purchase this is greediness, no other qualification. Other qualifications are rejected. Only greedy. So only greediness is sufficient to purchase this. That is only one qualification. If you have no greediness, means misfortune. Means previous Sukriti is very powerful. Duskriti. Sukriti is favorable. It will lead. Bhakti stu bhavad bhakta sangena parijayate satsanga prapyate pumi sukritai purva sanchite. So if Sukriti is there, no one can stop. For example, if one has sufficient Sukriti, he can come from long distance. No one can stop him, because by influence of Sukriti he can come wherever may be, wherever is Sadhu Sangha, where is Harikatha going on, no one can stop him if he is a sufficient Sikriti. But if one has no Sikriti, Harikatha may be neighbor, he cannot come. Neighbor, but he will be disturbed, he will complain. Yes, he will complain to police. It is the symptom of a sinner. Duskriti. Duskriti.
I have a question. Sometimes we find that devotees, they feel that, oh, even if not in this life, then my next life. They just believe that because they've chanted or they've come into sadhu sangha or been to the holy dham, that automatically you get a human birth in your next life and that you can do bhakti. Is it a given that for sure you will have a human form?
Yes, if you are a devotee, Krishna will give human form, but it may not be elevated form.
Meaning?
Meaning means, for example, if you are not sincere, if you are not active, if you are neglecting, if a person or devotee took shelter of Gurudev and Vaishnavas and not properly, sincerely practicing, lazy and not sincere follower, but Gurudev said, so I should chant only, so as a order of Gurudev he is chanting, not so sincere, not seriously practicing.
Or not chanting at all.
Not chanting at all also. Then Krishna is so compassionate, he will give human form, but he will start where he stopped.
He will what?
Where he stopped.
So you'll be
From
in the
that
same
level.
place.
From that level he will start. He cannot be elevated devotee.
From the place of laziness.
Yes. From the place of not laziness. At the time of death, at what level he gave up the body. If he is at the lowest level, then he will start from lowest level. He cannot go highest level. He may get human form, but he cannot be elevated devotee. But one who is very sincere, but in this life he could not get perfection, no problem. But where he stopped, he will start in next life.
But is it guaranteed they will get high class sadhu sangha again if
Sure.
they don't try in this life?
Who is in lazy, he cannot get more. Who is sincere and who reached near perfection, but due to lack of time, his death came, then he will start from high class association.
But if they're lazy, then sadhu sangha won't be available.
Available, but low class association will get. Low class.
They may not have any interest because they are lazy.
Yes.
Yes,
If
but I
sadhu
want...
sangha is there.
No, he will get human form, but because he did something, so that will not go fine.
But the sadhu sangha in the next life won't be so high because they didn't take it serious.
No,
in this
not so
life.
high. If he is not a high class,
Okay.
if his practice is not high, because powerful sukriti necessary.
Uh-huh.
Now he did not collect more sukriti because his collection is less. So higher collection will give higher association.
Ah, okay.
So what quantity of sukriti he collected, he will get that kind of sadhu. That's why in practically we are looking, one is getting association of high class sadhus from childhood. Small newborn child also getting high class sadhus. And from childhood he is able to practice high class bhajan, high class listening, high class association. But some devotees are becoming old, but still they are unable to understand the philosophy. What to speak about practicing. This is the proof of in previous life, Sukriti is very weak. And,
Our Guru Maharaj used to say that, and you were also explaining, if anyone is near a person who is eating rasagula, then his saliva will come.
Yeah.
And he may be duskriti, he may be having so many material desires, but if somehow or other, by association, he develops the eagerness to have that thing, that is the only qualification, eagerness. What is it? Sukriti, that will not be the qualification.
Laulya.
Yeah, Laulam.
But she said no Laulya already.
But by association,
If Laulya is there, then I will qualify.
Yeah.
But she said he is not interested.
like
Yes.
our Guru
Means
Maharaj,
no Laulya.
our Guru Maharaj used to say, if Princess Diana from England,
Hmm.
you may not, you may be ugly person, have no, but you may have desire, I want to marry Princess Diana. The desire is completely legal.
Yes.
But that wasn't my question.
Yeah.
My question was
Yes.
this, what he's
Her question are
answering.
different. No Laulya.
No, no.
There's
no laulya,
no,
impossible.
no practicing,
Yeah,
nothing. We
nothing.
see it, and so I'm
Then
wondering.
difficult.
about Bharat Maharaj.
Sorry?
Bharat Maharaj was high devotee and
Yeah. So Laulya is most important. Then it will increase our qualification very immediately. So Kaviraj Goswami said, Krishna bhakti rasa bhavitamati kriyatam jadi kutopi labhyate tatra laulyam api mulyam ekalam janma koti sukrita api na labhyate. Then we will proceed to the topic. Then again question. Okay.
So Maharaj,
Okay.
in reference to what Sudhir is saying, so many of us in this life, we have had the association of very high-class Vaishnavas, but we've been very lazy and taking it for granted. So it's easy for us to think, well, I didn't really do that much this life and I've got this association. So sure, next life, because I've had this fortune, he'll take me, he'll keep me with him, because I have self-affection. So is it reasonable to think that because even we're lazy this life, we've got this association, next life we can also get, no problem?
If you are praying, then possible. If you don't pray, only sleep, difficult. For example, if a child is sleeping, then mother will think my child is sleeping, not crying. So she will be busy in doing the household activities. But if a child is not hungry, but if he starts crying, then mother will think, oh, my son is hungry. So she will stop all household activities, immediately run towards her son. Although not hungry, she will try to feed because crying. But if a child is hungry also, but if does not cry, then mother will think he is okay because sleeping. So he is okay. So she will be busy in her household activity. So crying of child will attract the attention of mother. Similarly, although we are unqualified, no problem. We should cry. We should pray. Cry for the mercy. Then only we will attract the mercy of Guru and Vaishnava and Krishna. If no crying, only sleeping like child, we will sleep forever.
Hi, Hare Krishna. That sounds good.
Due to our mind, no? Yam yam vapi smaram bhava. Whatever you're thinking at the time of death, that state you'll attain without fail. So whatever your mind is absorbed in, that's where you'll go. If your mind is thinking of Krishna, then you'll go to Krishna. And you're thinking of the Devas, you go to the Devatas. You're thinking of drugs.
But what mind will think at the time of death?
Mothers
the
know
law.
there's different types of crying too. Some crying they don't take so seriously because it's just a child's nature to sometimes cry like that to get attention. But a certain kind of desperate crying, the mother is very attentive to. So we don't need to just pray whimsically, but especially if we chant the bhajans, but if we chant seriously from the heart, crying.
Yes, like mother knows what kind of crying is emergency. Mother knows. Similarly, which kind of prayer we are praying, Guru, Vaishnava, Krishna, they also know. What for we are crying. So, according to our crying also they will pay the attention. We are praying for the material, sense gratification. Then they will not be so attractive. Like mother, like you said before, that mother knows sometimes child unnecessarily crying. So we should not be worried for that. Similarly, when we are crying and praying for material sense gratifications, then they will not be so attractive. Okay, let him cry. We will see. It is not so important. But when we will cry for the mercy of transcendental loving service, they will be very attracted. It is emergency crying. So they will pay more attention. Like mother knows how a child is crying in different conditions, and which is very important, which is the time of hunger. Similarly, Guru, Vaishnava and Krishna, they know how we are praying, which prayer is important, which is emergency. So they will also give the blessing according to our praying, quality of praying. Proceed?
Yes, Maharaj.
Okay.
More.
Next
Last question.
Maharaj, in Kali Yuga it said that the divine and the demoniac are inside the jiva instead of in different universes and all that. And in Manasiksha it talks about duplicity being one of the very last things to be rid of us. In all of us there's the conscious and the unconscious, and I think a lot of us, including myself, aren't completely aware of any of the demoniac that's within ourselves. So we can have times when we're we think that we're being very, very sincere, and then maybe in a less conscious way be engaging in things that may be defined as demoniac and duplicitous. Could you comment on that?
Again, we got long question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you make short? What is your
What's the actual word?
essence?
I'll think about it and come to you.
Okay, you can ask later. No more.
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah. Or tomorrow morning.
morning.
Tomorrow morning will question answer. No more.
Yes, tomorrow
Yeah.
morning, we'll do a quick morning walk, and then everyone will come here for questions and answers.
What time?
So now we'll proceed.
Just after the walk.
That's after.
Okay.
That's a good question.
Ladinira Sara Premotarana means the essence of Ladin is Prema. And Premiera Paramasara. The Ladini Ansa means the part of the Ladin energy is called Prema. And essence of Prema, Paramasara. Premiera Paramasara Mahabhava Jani. Premiera Paramasara Mahabhava. The essence of all Prema is called Mahabhava. There is nothing more than Mahabhava. Huh? Mahabhava is coming in, then I am going to explain all. Kaviraj Goswami spoke only Mahabhava. I am first presenting his original word. Then explanation. Kaviraj Goswami said, Premiero Paramasara Mahabhava Jani. Mahabhava Rupa Sei Radha Thakurani. So what is the identification of Radharani? What is the identity of Radharani based on Chaitanya Charitamrita? Kaviraj Goswami said, Premiero Paramasara Mahabhava Jani. The essence of extreme platform of Prema is Mahabhava. Then what is that Mahabhava? We have to understand. Adu Shraddha, Tata Sadhu Sangha, Atha Bhajanam Kriya, Tata Anartha Nivritti Syat, Tato Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava, Prema. Then Sneha, Mana, Pranaya, Raga, Anuraga, Bhava, then Mahabhava, Rudha Mahabhava, Adhiruda Mahabhava. Then Madanakya Mahabhava, Mohanakya Mahabhava. So, Madanakya Mahabhava is only in Radharani. No in any other person. Even not in Krishna. That's why Krishna could not release in Dwapara. After trying to his best, he was bound to come in and appear in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to release that Madanakya Mahabhava, what it is, how it is releasable. He tried to his best but could not. Why? Because it does not possess inside Krishna. It is not property of Krishna. It is a property of Radharani. So Mohanakya Bhava is there in Krishna, but no Madanakya.
Mohan is there.
Mohan is there, no Madan.
So after Mohanakya, Madanakya.
Yes.
Because you mentioned.
Mohan is in separation, but Madan is in union. So this Mahabhava means not only this. Madanakya Mahabhava. Till Madanakya Mahabhava, because other Mahabhava also present in Gopis. Only Madanakya is in Radharani. And Rudha Mahabhava is in Dwarka, in Mahishis. So Mahabhava are there in Mahishi also, in Gopis also, in Lalita Vishaka also. But Madanakya is only in Radharani, even not in Krishna, not in Sakhis.
Do the Manjari, since they get the they get the reflection of Radharani's
Yes.
bhav, they have
Yes.
this?
Yes, they can release. They can release only. They can release if they don't possess this. When Radharani releases, then they release. Tattat bhava. Tattat bhavatmika. Not to kamatmika. Tattat bhavatmika. Tattat bhavechamai. Not to kamechamai. So here this is different. In Radharani, kamechamai. In Manjari, tattat bhavechamai. What Radharani releases, that is coming automatic to Manjari. But that is not present in that. When Radharani not releasing, they can release. So they are tattat bhavecha. Tattat means which Radharani releasing, that will come. So this Mahabhava is only releasable by Radharani. And when this Mahabhava, that is Madana, not the other, Mohana or only Arudha, Adhuruda, then it will come to others also. So then Radharani's proper identification will be improper. So when this Mahabhava means this Madanakhya Mahabhava taking the personification form, becoming person, then that personality is called Radharani. Bol Goswanandani Srimati Radha Rani ki jai. Bol Goswanandani Srimati Radha Rani ki jai. And Prema Svarūpa Deha. Who is Radharani? Prema Svarūpa Deha. Premete bhavito. Prema Svarūpa. Radharani's body is full of prem. Her body is not made of these like blood, 8 ashtadhatu like us. Rather than don't think. That's why we should know about Radharani. Because when we are meditating Radharani, what we are thinking? We are thinking like a mundane girl. And we are, because we have not seen to Radharani. Then we have to think someone, how Radharani is. Then we will see about a beautiful girl in this material world, which to whom we have seen. And to whom we are thinking she is most beautiful. Because we have been listening from Gurudev and Vaishnavas and have been studying from scriptures that Radharani is so beautiful. So we know this at least. So we will not think any ordinary girl as Radharani. In our vision, in our experience, to whom we think she is most beautiful, at least we will put her to speculate the Radharani. But really Radharani is not that. Because this mundane girl is full of material body, which within 24 hours a day, if she does not take care and take bath, will be decomposed. And a very bad smell will come. So we should not think of this body to Radharani, then it is offensive. Because it is beyond our imagination. We should pray her to kindly manifest her form in our heart by her causeless mercy. Why? Because premete bhavit, premera swarupadeha. What is her swarupa? What is her identity? Her identity is only full of prema. And premate bhavita. Radharani is 24 hours a day observing in Krishna's thinking. In the prema of Krishna, she is always thinking. Radharani does not know anything without Krishna. Without Krishna, she does not know anything. Premate bhavita. She is always observing.
I'm still happy now.
Yeah. So both should be happy. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Both are.
No.
Yeah. Premate bhavita. Kaviraj Goswami supporting us. So Radharani's what is identity? Radharani what is Swarupa? Premera Swarupa Deha. Radharani's body is full of prem. So if we are desirous of attaining Krishna prem, without Radharani, how it is possible? So one who wants to get Krishna prem without Radharani, it is foolishness. So who is Radharani? Radharani is Krishna Prema Swarupini and Premete Bhavita. And what Radharani thinks? Always in Krishna Prem. Without Krishna, she does not know anything else. That's why from childhood she taught us how we should be. When Radharani appeared in Raval, she did not open her eyes. Because Radharani did not want to see any person, any object of this material world before looking to Krishna. Without looking Krishna, she did not want to see anyone else. So as long as Krishna did not come, she was closing the eyes. Now big problem to Kirtida mother and Guswan Maharaj. And they were very in tension. Why I got a very beautiful daughter, but she is blind. After a long time I got her and I was very happy. Okay, now close the eyes, but when I will go to my home, maybe she will open. But 1 day, 2 days passed, a few months has passed, but she is not opening. Then what is very strange child? Then to attend the birth ceremony of Radharani, Mother Josoda came with Krishna. When Krishna touched to Radharani, then opened eyes and first saw to Krishna. Jahan jahan netra pade, tahan Krishna spade. What is Mahabhagavata symptom? The topmost Mahabhagavata is Radharani. All Mahabhagavatas are manifestation of Radharani. Bol Goswami Nandini Radharani ki. Why? What is Radharani's symptom? Jahan jahan netra pade, tahan Krishna spade. Wherever Radharani sees, everywhere Krishna. She cannot see without Krishna anything else. This is her speciality. And that's why who will become Bhagavata? Wherever he sees, if he is able to see Krishna only, then only he is qualified to become Bhagavata. Krishnamaya. Where Krishnamaya Jagat. Wherever see, everywhere Krishna. So, Premera Svarūpa Deha, Premete Bhavita. Krishna Prayasi Shrestha Jagate Vidita. This is the identification of Radharani. Who is Radharani? This is the identification of Radharani. Appropriate identification of Radharani is Krishna Premera Svarūpa. Her body is full of prema. Her Svarūpa is full of prema. And Krishna Premeta Bhavita. He is observing always in Krishna prema. About the remembrance of Krishna. Then Krishna Prayasi Shrestha. How many beloved of Krishna? She is the topmost one. No one can compete with Radharani, including Chandravali. Including Chandravali, no one can compete with Radharani as a beloved of Krishna. So Rupa Goswami is bound to write at last. Rupa Goswami also wrote, because someone may say Chandravali also superior. No. Chandravali is one of the beloveds, but she cannot be superior. Rupa Goswami, she clearly wrote, Tathapi Tayor Ubhar Madhye Radhika Sarvathadhika Mahabhava Swarupeyam Sarva Shaktir Variyasi Gunairapi Variyasi. Who is Radharani? Rupa Goswami also. Kaviraj Goswami what spoke? Only what I spoke before based on Chaitanya Charitamrita, that is copy and translation of Rupa Goswami scripture. So Rupa Goswami what wrote? Kaviraj Goswami just translated only. This verse of Rupa Goswami, Kaviraj Goswami translated. What Rupa Goswami said? Tayo Ruher Madhye. Between the two. Who are they? Radharani and Chandravali. Because there are, among Jutheswaris, 8 are prominent. Among 8 Jutheswari, 2 are most prominent. Who are they? Radharani and Chandravali. And between these two, Tayo Ruher Madhye, Radhika Sarvathadhika. Radharani is topmost among all. No one is able to be compared with her. Sarvatha means always and in all consideration. You cannot count any quality in which Radharani will be inferior. Sarvatha means in all comparison, in all condition, Radharani is Adhika, means superior. Why? Because Mahabhava Swarupeyam. Radharani is Mahabhava Swarupa. Mahabhava Swarupasi Radha Thakurani. Gunai Ati Variyasi. Gunai means in qualities she is very, very superior. No one is able to appear in front of Radharani to be compared. So Gunai Api Variyasi. So This is the identification of Radharani. You have time?
Yes, Maharaj, we go till half hour more.
Okay,
Half hour.
half hour more. Then we will proceed.
Yes.
Now
So now we understood that what is the identity of Radharani only. Then we will proceed more. Then how Radharani giving pleasure to Krishna. Now we will discuss. How Radharani is giving pleasure to Krishna. Then to give pleasure to Krishna, the source of all energy is Radharani. Radharani manifesting in different forms. Although Sandhini is presiding deity, but still Svarūpa Shakti is the source of all energies. So in the form of a Svarūpa Shakti, Radharani making Sandhini energy to appear in different forms. So how? Making Krishna in different forms. Making Krishna also in different forms. So Krishna is also appearing in so many different forms. How many forms of Krishna you know?
Unlimited.
Yes, for our
a number.
10 main,
Huh?
10 main forms. That's how it
What are they? What are they? How many, according to mood of Krishna you can say. Variety means not only different person. You can, according to the mood of Krishna, you can say how many Krishnas are there.
That is described.
Yes.
Dear Lalit,
Yes.
dear Santa,
How many Krishnas are there?
dear Radha,
Ah.
and multiplied by
Yes.
different.
Speak.
10.
No more.
Bhagavad Maharaj speaking. Speak. More loudly.
There's different ones, I should say.
Huh?
Dhirodhatta, Dhirodhatta, Dhira Prashant, and Dhira Lalit. Dhira Lalit.
4.
So I should try to explain. I can.
Explain.
Dhira Lalit is very expert lover, very submissive to his beloved. Dhira means also silver, but that Dhirodhatta is very heroic, expert in administration. I told them. Dhirodhatta is one example of Krishna. He said, "O King of the ants." Sorry, as you can see, I'm a little out of practice in this field. It's a long time. So nectar of devotion. These four characteristics, which are apparently mutually exclusive. They're different. Each one is different from the other. But still, Krishna is the what you call resolver of all contradictions. And Dhira Prashant. Prashant. Dhirashant is peaceful as the name. I'm sorry, I wish I could say, but I can't.
I'm asking how many numbers of Nayaka, heroes like Krishna? How many heroes?
So these are 4.
These Maharaj spoke 4. I'm asking, there are more.
Ujjvala Nilamani, there are some many varieties.
Yes. How many heroes like Krishna?
Yeah, there is
Krishna is the topmost hero.
Paramur and there is Vedat.
Yes.
Swakiya and Parakiya.
Yes.
So 2 categories.
Yes. I'm asking how many number totally?
Yeah. 2 times 4 is already 8.
Yes.
Now 3 times
24.
360.
No.
How many?
Only
He's
guessing.
saying 360.
Huh? Who?
360.
360. Wrong. Who will speak?
64.
No.
Wrong.
No. Wrong.
2 times 3 makes 6. Then there is different places also. Yeah.
You have to speak. How
I
many?
know.
You have to study Ujjvala Nilamani.
Ajay Padaran also.
Jagadharma also later.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some
Yes. Yes.
Everything.
Anyone?
Nara's
96 heroes. 96. No more than that. Totally 96 varieties of heroes. Among them, Krishna is topmost. In whom all qualities are there. 96 varieties. One is Dhiro-datta, second is Dhiro-dhatta, third is Dhira-lalita, fourth is Dhira-shanta. Became 4. Then Patti and Upapatti. Patti and Upapatti. So multiply by 2. Became 8. Then became 8. After that, Anukul, Dakshina, Drishta, Satha. 4. Then multiply. How many became? 32. Then Purna, Purnatara, Purnatama.
96.
I spoke 96. So, in these 96 forms, Krishna is releasing all the pastimes by Alladinian energy. By these 96 forms, Krishna releasing the happiness extremely, completely. By this 96, he is completely satisfied. In all of it. In 96, if no 96, lucky. When he is releasing in the 96 form hero, then he is completely satisfied. No more unsatisfaction. So, how Krishna is unable to release these 96 releasable form of heroes by himself? Then he needs help. Of whom? Yeah, that's true. That's true. But in his party first we will discuss. How Krishna is taking the help to release the highest platform of releasement of Krishna Prem by Yogamaya. But how? By the help of whom? Huh? Not only, but more. Not only, more.
All the gopis.
Not only gopis.
Vrindavan.
Not only Vrindavan.
Purnamasi.
Not only Purnamasi.
All of Golok Vrindavan, all residents, all parts.
The cows.
Yes, all.
Different rasas.
Yes. But I am paying attention mostly because we are in Radha-tattva. So it's based on Madhurya.
Giriraj.
Huh?
Giriraj Govardhan?
Not only.
Jamuna.
Not only Jamuna.
Radha-kund.
Not only Radha-kund.
Shamakund.
Not only Shamakund.
Not Shamakund. No Shamakund.
Maharaj saying was Brajadham. If Brajadham is coming all. Huh? Brajaraj. Not only Brajaraj.
No, Madhuri.
Not only Dwarka.
Sakis, Manjaris.
Not only Sakhi and Manjari.
Any clue, Maharaj? Any clue? Hint.
That's, I mean, I'm giving clue means not means what is rest you have to speak.
Oh.
So this is one clue. When I speak yes, then you have to stop there.
Okay.
So clue means helping more and more. Yes.
Who is everybody's hero?
The different seasons, Vashanta, all the different seasons.
Not only season.
Chandra, the moon.
Not only
One
moon.
answer to accommodate everything.
Everything.
From his Icha Shakti, everything is manifested. Everything.
But who are manifesting?
Everything.
Everything means what?
All
Who
of
are?
everything that will give pleasure to him. All of Vrindavan, all cowherd boys, all Govardhan, everything. All
Yes.
cows, sakhas, all
Yes.
rasas.
But at least we should give some number.
Unlimited.
Unlimited, but still 3. like unlimited energies, but Krishna ananta shakti tate tina naam. Like Krishna is unlimited energy, but still three are prominent. Similarly, Krishna how in one only 96 form of hero, how he is completely satisfied. By whose help?
Aladini, Sandini, Sandini.
Not only Aladini, Sandini, Sandini. All are true, but not only that. Something more.
Svarūp Shakti.
Not only.
Radharani.
Tricky way.
She's his all in all.
Yes. Then still we have to speak name. Radharani is all in all, but Radharani is not manifesting only Radharani form. He is appearing in different form also. What are Kaya Vyo? What? Yes, what are they?
Manifestations of Srimati Radhika's own form.
But what is that form?
Different type of Naikas.
What are they?
96
Nayikas, matching Krishna.
No.
360.
Naika are 360.
Okay.
We said that.
Oh, you spoke. 360? Okay.
She said.
But I am asking, not only 360. Others. No. No at all. Quite wrong. Quite wrong. Mahamaya has no role here. It is outside Vrindavan only. Yes. Not only Yogamaya.
Amshi.
Huh?
Krishna's flute.
Not only flute.
Maharaj, you speak, because time is running.
Running, okay. Now Maharaj, speak loudly. Let all listen.
Prema Madhuri, Leela Madhuri, Rupa Manjuri, and Venu Madhuri.
You said Venu twice, no? Guna Madhuri.
Listen. What?
You said Prema Madhuri.
Oh, now he four Madhuris.
You said
No
Venu.
Guna Madhuri. No Guna Madhuri.
Bhakta.
Lila Madhuri.
Rupa Madhuri. Venu Madhuri.
Prema Madhuri, Leela Madhuri. So, no more?
No, Maharaj.
Finished.
Then count. 5 form.
5.
Yes. Setta. Setta, in the form of Setta, Bitta, Setta, Bitta, Vidusaka, Pithamarda, Priya Narma Sakha. In this form, Krishna is completely satisfied. In 96 form. Setta, Bitta, Vidusaka, Pithamarda, and Priya Narma Sakha. What is time now?
You still have 19 minutes, Marsh. 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Understood? 5.
But now you have to explain.
Huh?
Now you have to explain also.
Sorry?
Now you have to explain.
Yes. Chetta. What is Chetta? And who is Chetta? Who is Chetta, you tell me first.
Now we need 2 hours.
Huh?
Heart consciousness.
No, Chetta. Chetta.
Chetta.
Yes. Chetta. Chetta.
How do you spell it?
We in India we pronounce it CHETA, but in Western country you pronounce CETA. CETA.
So now you can ask Pankaj. Now because he knows Indian language, Pankaj.
He knows Indian language but no reply at all.
My Google is very slow, Maharaj.
Google not working.
It says cheetah, but it's not coming with anything.
See, when you set Cheta, then it will become Chita. Google has no capacity to search.
Cheating.
Yeah, cheating. Because Google is quite mundane. So it has limited power. It cannot touch the beyond nature. It is transcendental. So for this, pure Cheta is necessary. Chitta. In that Chitta and heart it will appear by our prayer. So for this, yesterday I was speaking, the Krama, Jivosman said, if we follow automatically one after other will come. So who is Cheta? If we arrive that level, at the last level I spoke, like yesterday, remember what I spoke? That verse?
Rama.
No, what Jivosman said in Krama Sandharva.
First,
ततः तथापि प्रथमः नाम्नः श्रवणं मन अंतकरण शुद्ध्यर्थम अपेक्षम शुद्धे चान्तकरणे रूपस्य श्रवणेन तदुदय योग्यता भवति सम्यक् उदिते च गुणानां स्फुरणं संपद्यते गुणानां संपन्ने गुणानां स्फुरणेन तत्परिकर वैशिष्ट्ये तद वैशिष्ट्यम ततः तेषु नाम रूप गुण परिकरेषु सम्यक् स्फुरितेषु गुणानां लीलानां सुष्ठु स्मरणं भवति इति अभिप्रेत्य साधन क्रमः कथितः. We forgot that. Yes. So when we will come this, automatically we will set up. Immediately Cheta will appear in that. We can see immediately we can speak. And we can be in future. It does not mean that impossible. No. Nowhere scripture is impossible, difficult. How to avoid that difficulty, how to make easier, we should follow. Mahājana Gatasa Pantha. If we follow our Mahajanas, our Guru Vargas, strictly under their guidance, then we will attract their mercy. By their mercy it will become very easier. So, but we should not become like Sahaja. Especially Prakrita Sahaja, then we cannot. Then it will become problem. And we may commit offense also, because it is like Brahma. Brahma means Sarpe Raju Brahma. What is not, we will think that is that. Means it is not a snake, it is a rope, but we will think it is a snake. Similarly, not Radharani is that, but we will think Radharani is that. Then it is Brahma, quite Brahma. Then mistake. By mistake we will have problem. So, but if we follow this, quite perfect. No one can stop this. Because we will have no obstacles at all. No obstacle can stop this. Because obstacle will go away. Like if you have antivirus, no virus can enter in the computer. But if you have no antivirus, anytime virus can enter and destroy everything. So if you know this stability, strong foundation by the blessings of our Guru Vargas, Acharyas and Goswamis, any virus enter and destroy everything immediately. But if we have this, no virus can enter. Like if you have antivirus, when virus is going, it will reject it outside, destroy. It cannot enter. When you must have seen in computer how it's showing. When virus is going, immediately kicking out outside. So difficult to enter. Similarly, if we are strong in this antivirus of our Guru Vargas blessing and this guideline, no any antivirus or any problem of this material energy, what to speak only world or person, no any energy of this material energy can affect. It cannot touch this because it is so powerful. In front of spiritual energy or Svarūpa Shakti, and Bhairangam energy is nothing. And in front of Krishna, Maya is very ashamed. She does not stand. But when no Krishna, we are weak, then affect and attack. So if we will establish in this personality and in this consciousness, then become very easy to spontaneously to release. Who is Theta? Immediately Theta appear. Who is Beta? Immediately Beta appear. Immediately we can know, we can see, we can tell the name immediately. Spontaneously come from the tongue. Because we are looking, for example, to Gurudev we have seen, we have visited, we have listened long time. For Gurudev we no need to speculate anything. Automatically if you if we chant Om Ajnana Timirandhasya, automatic Guru gets formed. Why? We witnessed it. We listened a lot from him. We associated a lot with him. So we saw. So for Gurudev, we no need to speculate anything. Spontaneous coming. But it is not for everyone. To whom we did not know, we cannot. About whom we did not listen, they will not come spontaneously. So, how it will come? As more and more issue. Like today I was very happy when Kirtan. I am no sleep there, no problem. But releasing the Kirtan, good. All devotees are last was Kishore Mohan Prabhu. And he, Thakur Prabhu. All were good singers, good. So this will give the qualification. Tataha, Vijay Krishna also, Bhadavare Mono, and Radha-tattva.New Prabhu. Yesterday also he was singing very nice Kirtan one Kirtan one. Day before yesterday, maybe? Day before yesterday. Very good Kirtan one. Yesterday, no.
Sri Krishna Virahi.
That was very nice. So these Kirtans of Krishna, Radharani, Mahaprabhu, this will give the purification. Tatta prathama namna sravanam antakarana suddhyartham apekyam. So these harinams and form, qualities, all these if we listen again and again, then this is the purification. So as more and more kirtan, it is most beneficial. Kirtaniya sadahari. But it is our disqualification that we are unable to chant always. Why? Because our prarabdha does not allow. We have so many problems, so many tensions, so many obstacles coming. But really, our duty is to Kirtaniya Sadhari, Mahaprabhu's instruction. But we are unable to do. Why? We have so many problems due to our prarabdha that we cannot fix 24 hours in one place. But those who are quite transparent in previous life, they have no other business. 24 hours only kirtan, listening, remembrance. So they are very elevated. But only this process will purify the mind. As more and more kirtan, shravan, this is needed. So when kirtan was going on, very good, and very good transcendental vibration. And if one, how biggest atheist may be, if he listens a long time also, his heart will melt. May not complete like in pure heart, but his mind something should change, because transcendental name has power. And this will only purify mind. If no kirtan, nothing, only direct lila, impossible. Because lila will not appear, only become speculation. There is more kirtan about name, about form, about qualities, which is based, our acharyas, they wrote Bhakti Thakur, Narottam Das Thakur, which is printed by our acharyas and Guru Vargas in Gaudiya Giti also. As more as possible, we should chant, headed by Mahamantra. Then this is the process of purifying the mind. And as more and more purification, we will have more realization. So, Kirtan is most important in Kali Yuga. Kirtan is life of all sadhana. If you know Kirtan, Kali Yuga sadhana is fruitless and very weak. That's why Jiva Goswami said, and our all acharyas have said, taking his proof that Jadyapi anya bhakti kalo kartabhya tadapi sankirtanachya bhakti sanjogena eva kriyate. Although there are so many limbs of devotion, is explained and instructed to practice in so many different scriptures, and all can be practiced. According to the qualification of a devotee, how many limbs of devotion he wants to adopt, he can adopt, no problem. But tadapi, that limb of devotion should be practiced Sankirtanaksha Bhakti Sanjogena, by the addition of Sankirtan. If no Sankirtan, other limb has no more power in Kali Yuga. Because Kali Yuga Dharma has Nama Sankirtan. We can practice as many limbs we want, no problem. But every limb should be added by Sankirtan. If no Sankirtan, other limbs have no capacity in Kali Yuga. So, how many limbs we can? No problem. According to our qualification and ability, we can add. According to our propensity and desire. But in every limb, we should add Harinam Sankirtan. That's why even our Guru Vargas, even in Harikatha also, to make Harikatha more safety and to full of what? Relishable and free from obstacles, free from any defect. At the beginning they added Harinam Sankirtan, and at the ending also they added Harinam Sankirtan. Although Harikatha himself or Harikatha itself is Sankirtan, Kirtan. But still they added Harinam Kirtan. Why? Because to multiply the fruit and power. So without Kirtan also Harikatha itself is Kirtan. Because Sukadeva Goswami was not singing any song.
Many times Gurudev during Harikatha would break it up with a kirtan to wake up some devotees.
Yes.
This is different.
Yes. So, although Harikatha, Sukadeva Goswami was not singing any song. He was only speaking Bhagavatam. But the Acharya for Kirtan is Sukadeva Goswami. Sukadeva Kirtane, Parikita Sravane. So, although Harikatha itself is Kirtan, but still our Acharyas, they added Harinam Sankirtan at the beginning and end to make more and more powerful without any obstacles. So that Harikatha will be more realizable and it will able to destroy the sleep, to avoid the sleep, drowsiness, everything. So that it will be perfect. So as more Harinam Sankirtan, that it will be very powerful to Antakarana Shuddhyartam, to purify the heart. And if we continue again and again more, then it will lead one after that. Tada rupasya spurnam, tada gunasya spurnam, tada lilayas spurnam. All will come one after that. But if we don't do kirtan, then all sadhans become weak. It does not mean that it will not give any proof. No. Bhakti has power. But we should follow the Jugodham. Harinam Sankirtan is authorized in Kali Yuga. All should be under his control. Harinam should be authority, prominent. Under his prominence, all should be under his control. Then it will become very good ornament and become very beautiful. So, Harinam Sankirtan, the one who is doing Archan, after Archan, if he does not chant Harinam or pray, then that is karma. And the offense of service cannot be destroyed. At least to destroy the service offense every day, because if we don't clean the offense every day, because in Kali Yuga who is a pujari, he is bound to commit service offense. Cannot avoid. That's why to avoid the service offense, it is needed to recite one Bhagavad Gita chapter every day and chant Harinam. Then service offense finish. But one who does not recite Bhagavad Gita one chapter and does not chant Harinam, only doing service, then accumulating many service offense also. Because in Kali Yuga, you cannot avoid service offense. Because no purity, you cannot follow as mentioned in scripture all. So, we will commit sure and some offense. And to destroy that, to make free from offense, we need recite at least one chapter of Bhagavad Gita and some Harinam chanting. Then free from service offense. Then, if no offense, then we will release the more sweetness of service. But if we don't do this, then every day little offense become bigger. Then at last, doing long time service, no taste. I am doing everyday service, deity worshipping, doing archan. But what do you feel? I don't feel any good. I feel very problem. Why? Because so many service offense is being stored, accumulated. So every day we should clean. 8 o'clock already, eh?
No, 5 more minutes.
Okay.
5 minutes.
These 5, you are calling them, these are the helpers of Krishna.
Yes.
They're the 5 sakhas.
Yes.
5 different sakhas.
These 5. Chatta, Vitta, then Vidusaka, Pithamarda, and Priyanarmasaka. So, tomorrow better.
No, don't give the meaning tomorrow.
Sorry? What do you do?
Tomorrow.
Today will be late.
Maharaj, you can do that now.
Kirtan?
But you are good Kirtaniya.
Yeah.
You're doing
all of you are good kirtan, so I want to release this. Because your voice is better than my voice.
Yeah.
So if I...
Sometimes you can also sing though. You have a very nice voice.
But I think all of you are good singers, so I don't need anything.
You want to relish your mood.
Yeah.
We hear all of them all the time. We never hear yours.
You were talking about kirtan?
No, all of you are acquainted with good melody, like Kishori Mohan bro, Vijay Krishna bro, Thakur bro, and Sudevi also, good kirtaniya. Janwa is hiding. Oh, Janwa is a very sweet voice.
Tomorrow they can do one kirtan in the middle of class, Maharaj?
Yes, I was thinking today.
Yes.
But because my habit like this, when Radha-tattva knows and Radha all they know. If I start, if you don't inform me, I cannot stop.
Okay.
This is the problem.
Okay, tomorrow we will...
Because if you don't inform me, or some indication, I cannot stop.
Well, tomorrow, in the halfway.
Yeah.
In the halfway, tomorrow we'll
So,
indicate.
if you have to do something or kirtan, you should give some indication.
Okay.
Otherwise, I have no habit of stopping. Because that continuous non-stop flow, I cannot stop. If you don't inform me. Because one after the link coming, so I'm forgetting how to stop.
Absorb. Totally
Absorb. Like now I am feeling. Now I just started.
Yes, just warming up, just warming up.
Just warming up like
We can do one kirtan and continue.
Yeah. No.
already 8 o'clock. Kumar.
Puri melody.
We have a...
What does that say? What is that kirtan?
March, warming. We have, like walking, we have a couple of announcements we should do after kirtan.
Yes.
Okay.
Now you announce.
Not, no.
Kirtan.
You do it now. Yeah.
You do.
We're doing one little kirtan here.
Here, first then 5 minutes do here.
5 minutes? 5 minutes.
Jai Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Jai Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Govinda Radhe 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 Govinda Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe Jai Radhe Jai Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe Radhe Oh Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna
Radhe Govinda. Jai Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe Radhe Radhe. Jai Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Jai Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Jai Radhe Radhe Govinda Govinda Radhe. Radhe Radhe Govinda Jai Jai. Jai Radhe Radhe Govinda Jai Jai. Bola Hari Bol Hari Bol. Hari Bol Hari Bol. Hari Bol Hari Bol. Hari Bol Hari Bol. Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol. Hari Bol Hari Bol. Bol 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 Hari Bol Hari Bol.
Bhakti Svarūp Śrīdhara Mahārāj ki